these books, this one and many more, have not just improved my stock trading life. Now I'm transferring all that to crypto. It didn't just make me a more patient person, a more matured person when it comes to trading, but it also opened up my eyes a lot. The way I view life, and just all of the overall improvements that I've been working on after reading a lot of these books. And I want to share that with you guys. And I want to give you guys a very serious, realistic message at the end of this video, because these these books are highly recommended. I highly recommend them. I have quite a few here. I'm going to show you guys. I'm still working on one of them, but they're just really, really powerful. Even if you're not a trader, but a lot of it translates to trading, because a lot of it focuses on improving your life, and that translates to trading. And of course, if you have a simple life, or just a well managed life, you can be a much better trader, in my opinion, and vice versa. You want to they got to mirror each other. You don't want to have a hectic life. You're gonna have a hectic trading life. You want to be able to control your mind, just really just move forward and know just what really matters, right? And a lot of that translates to trading too. But the first one, I'm not gonna go into each of these books. I just want to summarize it all with a message at the end of this video. But Atomic Habits, really good book. Um, Highly recommended. Uh, Next one, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. This one, um, it can be a little tough for some people. I think it's just, but there's a lot of lessons in there. I really took that book to heart. Uh, The Earned Life. This one's really good. A lot of them kind of overlap each other, but a lot of times reminders are very important. So I'm not gonna say just try to read a few of them. It's very important to overlap a lot of information, because a lot of it's said in a different way, and I think that's very important as well. But 0 to 1, this is probably my top three actually. 0 to 1, um, the subtle art of not, this one, really good too. I think the ending is quite interesting. He kind of gives a story on some experiences he has, and I think the one towards the end of the book is actually quite eye opening. Um, the Lean Startup, probably my favorite. Um, it's really important to be flexible, because even if, for example, if you're trying to trade, it is a business at the end of the day, right? It's important to be flexible. The Thickest Book, The Intelligent Investor. A lot of this still holds up. I believe in The Intelligent Investor, there's a lot of information that maybe it's different, because now a lot of things are tech related. It's just something you got to experience for yourself by reading it. But I do believe a lot of the information, at least half of it, is still very much useful and relevant to this day if you're a trader, even though it targets investors more. Um, your money, or your life. Uh, this was probably my least favorite of all of them, but there's still a lot of lessons in there. I believe most people really find very, very useful. How to Change. That one's really good. I can't really pronounce that name, but this, I can't really pronounce them. Just again, a lot of them overlap, but they're all said in such a different way. It's one may catch you better than another one. Um, probably my top five. Company of One. Maybe like fourth or fifth favorite. Probably fourth. And I'm still reading this one, but The Power of Ambition. It's all of these are incredibly useful. I believe the information in them you'll find to be, it translates into a lot of, the way life branches out. I believe a lot of it transfers into a lot of these different branches. But uh once you really like read it, understand it, because there's a difference between reading and there's a difference between actually understanding what you're reading and trying to illustrate it in your head and how that relates to your own life. And I believe once you're able to do that, it's not very difficult. You'll find yourself really slowly translating a lot of information, not just from life, but in your professional life. Rather it's trading, or rather it's whatever career you're really trying to build up. I believe a lot of it transfers into that. Even the books that aren't focused on business or actually improving a professional career, um, or it's just it transfers into that still. And the message I really want to give you guys, because it's just a short video, just you know all those books I really recommend, but and these are all the ones I've read, and this is the one I'm still working on. But there's something difficult, and this is a message I'm trying to express to you guys, right? There's something difficult about trying to balance. I don't know if that's the right word. Balance uh personal life with, and I'm gonna be specifically talking about people that are aggressively trying to either grow a business or improve a skill like trading and any technical skills involved with your own input and how you handle things, not something that's not scripted, something that you really have to skills that you have to evolve yourself and manage that and translate it from the personal life to your professional life, right? And there's something very very difficult about that, and that's trying to retain a lot of information and apply that going forward through all the mistakes you make in business, all the mistakes you're making with for example trading, and how that can really translate, or how that affects or somewhat correlates to your personal life, right? So like I really stand by having a well managed, well maintained mindset in your personal life, because once you transfer into the your business side and you're really trying to aggressively focus on something, rather you're putting like your full time into building up a skill or building up some kind of entity. um it's very very difficult to change a mindset that you may have had for many many years, basically your whole life, and then reading and then retaining a lot of information and then slowly applying it to whatever you're focusing on, right? Because um it's a lot easier said than done when once you have like a pretty concrete head mindset, the way you have handled things forever, and now you're trying to really change because either the skill or this business you're trying to build up requires that change, and it requires you to be a complete different person of what you may uh, have experienced already, if you haven't just grown up already with like a business mindset or the kind of entrepreneurial mindset that is needed. But slowly deconstructing and building back up your mindset can take quite some time. Like when people read a lot of these books and they want to the purpose, their intention is to change their mindset. It's very very important to understand that it takes time, and it's very difficult because you're gonna if you don't have the patience, you're gonna notice yourself uh, doing things, and then you remember a lot of the specific, like maybe sentences or specific stories you hear in these books, and then you keep getting frustrated with yourself because you like read all this and you're trying to apply it, and it's not showing. You're not seeing that change right away in the way you handle business, and the way you are trying to, or the expectations you have, right? If expectation doesn't align with your preferred time of getting things done really quickly when it comes to change your mindset, it's just really important to understand that it just takes time. It can take years. You may have to go back and reread certain parts of any books you're reading, of any articles, any maybe specific YouTube videos that really stand out to you. There's a lot of really good educators out there online on YouTube, and they all say, I mean, some of them are really, really unique, and they say things that others haven't. Um, but a lot of them do repeat the same information, and I noticed that hearing the same information from a lot of different people really speeds up the process of converting your mindset from one to another to get that more ideal mindset that will help you attain whatever goal that you're working towards. And I'm specifically talking about like business mindsets, though. I'm not talking about like a specific goal of like changing a specific behavior or personality you have to be different in order for like whatever unique circumstance that everyone's in. But when it comes to actually like change your mindset to focus on a project, whether it's business or whatever, but you're focused on this project you're trying to create, and you know, your mind keeps like going back and forth from like old mindset to the new one you're trying to create, and that's the process of this of deconstructing and building up that new mindset. It just takes time, and that back and forth you'll experience is just all part of it, and it's completely normal. At least I think it is. That's how I my experience was, and it took a while, but you slowly start noticing that back and forth begins to retain time a little bit longer, and that new mindset you're trying to create. And then when you swap back, you kind of swap back, but it doesn't last as long, and then you keep slowly back and forth where the new mindset is outweighing the old one until you get to the point where it just completely outweighs it, and then you're finally there to that mindset you believe that you really want to maintain. And once you do, once you're there, it can be very difficult to go back. You start noticing behavior changes. You start noticing your you don't feel the same. You feel like this new mindset of this new person you are is you just keep gravitating back towards it if you ever try to separate yourself from it, because now that's you. Now that process of the back and forth to deconstruct and build up that new mindset, now it's very, very difficult to deconstruct it because now that's you. And and um and I just want to say that no matter how many books you read or all the things you learn, um it all comes down to making sure you're making the right choice with the whole purpose of learning all these new things you're trying to learn, and the pathway that you believe is right for you. It just takes time, and once you're there, you better hope that the all that time and effort of reading and learning was worth it, because once you're there, you're kind of you're that's you, in my opinion, and you just want to really you'll notice you learn about a lot about yourself. You notice you learn a lot about who you are, or like why you changed, and you start reflecting on a lot of that, and you start to realize that hey, I do like this new me, or maybe I don't like it. Maybe it wasn't the right choice, and you focus on something else, which is fine, but you got to work on that deconstructing the new mindset now after deconstructing the old one. But once you're there, you start realizing a lot of things about yourself, and I think that's a very beautiful thing, and I think it's a powerful thing for sure. But yeah, guys, all those books I showed you, I highly recommend them. They're all really, really good. I enjoyed each and one of them. I don't just buy a book and to try it out. I do enough research to make sure it's the kind of book I feel like I should be reading. And they've all been incredible. And you'll notice a lot of small point. You'll notice like one small thing about each book that that really sticks with you. And even if you don't remember a lot of the times, the new, like, slowly building up that new mindset, it kind of like builds off of that, and then you just naturally gravitate towards, you know being that, and you naturally start to just understand things a little bit better, at least in the intention uh that you were slowly building up towards. wanting to change and the whole purpose of reading in the first place. A lot of these books with these topics of changing life and starting a business, maintaining a business, change your mindset to be able to maintain that business, and you'll just slowly gravitate toward a lot of that and you'll do things naturally. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on another one. Take care.